What's up, guys? Welcome back to Digital Diving, your rapper gaming talk show. It's been a minute because your boy's been on vacation.
Why do
Sorry
you
about
always
that.
go on vacation and things happen? This is like
I don't know.
always
Literally, I
happens.
left,
Always happens.
and
How do you
so
do
much
this?
shit happened. So this video is us catching the fuck up on so much stuff. So, you know,
News again. Let's go. Let's fire them all. Pop, 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 pop.
basically both sides of the gaming sphere suck right now. Xbox doesn't know what the fuck it's doing with its brand new developers, and Sony is being fucking and just being so toxic with their developers as well. My God, fuck.
Also,
So
things aren't
starting
going
with
well behind the scenes either, but we'll get to that
no,
later.
not at all, not at all. So starting with the oldest news first, you know, the whole controversy with Helldivers 2 happened like a week ago, literally a week ago, and it was resolved in like another week. It was freaking insane. It might have
It
been
was
2 weeks.
actually
I don't
more
even
like
know.
it was like 2 days. It was like within 78 hours.
I
It was
guess, dude,
over.
it happened so fast, and I was barely paying attention, dude. But like, so for those who are living under a rock, Helldivers was delisted from a bunch of places and still kind of is in certain areas.
177 countries
Yeah,
to be
177
precise.
countries because Sony wanted them, or they required a Sony account linked so they could play online, so people can play online. And the PSN account is not available in like 177 countries. So yeah, it got delisted, and then the game got review bombed on Steam, and the devs and Sony kind of backtracked and were like, okay, we won't do this. However, they did announce that on some PC ports that are yet to come out, like Ghost of Tsushima, if you want to play the online version of Ghost of Tsushima, you will have to link your PSN account.
And you
I
know
don't know
what?
why that's a thing. I don't know why, but you have to do this on. You have to do this for Xbox as well. It's
Yeah,
it's
but
just
you
that
know what?
Xbox is available in more areas.
Yeah, exactly. You're not locking 77 countries out of the. They're blocking themselves for money. They're literally
Yeah.
blocking themselves from potentially millions more monies.
Now,
Millions more monies.
the reason I think that this is happening is because there's a lot of like restrictions and shit from local governments on like video games. A lot, especially like Russia, China, a lot of the dictatorship countries. That, Sony's just like, we don't feel like fucking trying to work out a way for our accounts to be legal in your country. So we're just not gonna fucking do it. And I did that. I totally did that. So, certain situations is not entirely Sony's fault. And it's the same thing on Xbox's end. Like the Xbox network is not available in the exact same locations that the PSN is not available. The only difference is Xbox kind of works around it by just doing a general Microsoft account. So
Yeah.
they kind of like skip around that, which is a nice workaround, nice loophole.
I mean, I think it's just they want to bolster their PlayStation account numbers to do something
Oh yeah,
politically
no, 100%.
advantageous with their investors.
Oh no, I get that.
Especially since they dropped in stock earlier this year,
Yeah.
the beginning of the year, they dropped millions of dollars in stock. So,
But like
I
my
think
thing is, I don't know. I just don't know why those accounts are locked out of those regions. Again, might have to do with some local government restrictions. Might have to do with stable internet connections. Might have to do with unstable currencies as well. That's a big thing as well. But again, they haven't really said anything, so this is all speculation at this point. The only thing I do know, like I said, is that there are some local government restrictions on video games. So that might be a big reason why. So, talk to local governments. Tell them to stop doing shit. But, I mean, like, because it wouldn't really make sense for Sony to just be like, hey, you have to be in these regions to have an account. It doesn't really make much sense for them to lock out people from giving them money. It really doesn't make any sense at all.
yeah, no, Sony does a lot of things that don't make any sense, like
I mean, fair.
raising the PS Price Plus for no goddamn reason. So,
Speaking
I think
of which,
so. I'm not defending Sony. Sony has done so many shady shit in the last couple years.
yeah.
I'm just like, I think this is just a greed thing at this point. Like,
Yeah.
it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
Why do you think they reversed it so easily? They said it was so important. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, never mind, you don't really need it. It's like, stop trying to play me, bro.
My big thing is, like, if you're gonna do it, announce that requirement before the game is released. Like, you can't just do that like 6 months after the game's already out when you have all these players around the world playing, and then all of a sudden, like, more than half of them well, not really more than half, but like a good amount of them can't play anymore.
Yeah.
No, speaking on the whole PlayStation raising prices, Xbox is also shit. Yay! Because they did the exact same. They're doing the exact same shit for fucking Microsoft or Microsoft Game Pass or Xbox Game Pass.
Xbox Game Pass. Yeah. That's also
They're
very.
doing the same shit.
That's very, very, very stupid. Don't know. You know, some people have made a good point. They just got a lot of backlog games that they have licenses to that they're not putting on Game Pass that they could to get people to come back to play Game Pass on nostalgia's sake alone. Like they got it in the bag.
Yeah.
They could really just put the old school Call of Duties on there, put the online back together, and then just like how many people will go back to Black Ops 2? Like, come on. Really? Like,
if the servers are still alive, a lot of people, because that was one of the best Call of Duty games ever made. But no, like Xbox is like doubling down on the stupidity over the last couple of weeks. Like they announced the price hike for Game Pass. They completely two ZeniMax studio devs.
Yeah.
Arkane Austin, which Arkane Austin I kind of get. The last game was absolute dog shit.
But it wasn't their fault.
It wasn't their fault, but it also kind of was. I mean, Redfall was a shit game. Dog shit game.
Yeah, and they were given impossible odds, like a lot of developers are, and then say, "Hey, make gold out of this." It's just like,
I mean, no,
just give us a pile of shit. The only thing we can make is more shit.
Dude, even before the game, even when it was announced and we got the first like gameplay and cinematic and everything, I was the first one to say this game looks like fucking ass. Like this game looks so fucking stupid. You got some dude who can conjure a fucking elevator out of magic for whatever reason. Like what? So fucking weird.
I mean, I think they were trying to be they were trying to be out the box, and there's some things that were nice and some things that weren't, but ultimately they did the best that they could.
I mean, if
before that, they gave us the masterpiece praise, so it's just like you can't really you can't say that they're not. It's not like they're a dog shit company. Like you got some of the best companies out there that have.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're a dog shit company. I'm just saying that their last game was dog shit. But again, yeah, like just having one really really bad game is not cause for
a closure.
Closure, yeah, exactly. And then on the other side, they closed Tango, which made Hi-Fi Rush, which was an amazing shadow drop last year. What the actual fuck? That game was so widely praised. Like, what the fuck?
What a master move decision, Microsoft. You're doing great things.
The only thing that people have been talking about and the reasoning behind it was because Tango was like, hey, we should focus on doing more IPs that can make or that like really have really really good communities and can win awards. Somehow Xbox was like, no, fuck that, and then closed them. I'm like, that's worthy of wanting to build a really good community based game that wins awards is marks for closure. What?
That's a very weird statement, and I don't know if I could 100% believe whoever made that statement. That just sounds
no. So like they made that statement literally a week before they got closed down. So it was like that timing was just super fucking weird. And again, Tango has been a fairly lucrative company, like dev. Like they haven't done a whole lot, but the stuff they have done has been really good. So like I don't know, Xbox. I firmly believe that Xbox has no idea what to do with their own developers at all. They bought ZeniMax, they bought Bethesda Obsidian, and they have no idea what the fuck to do with them. They just know that they bought them because they had like a handful of games that were currently in development that were going to be huge, and that's the only reason they bought them, because Xbox didn't do shit they're not doing shit for Elder Scrolls. They didn't do shit for Starfield. They didn't do shit for Fallout 76. Xbox themselves are not doing anything for them because these games have already been in development for years, and they're just taking credit for them. Yeah. Like, that's the only reason Xbox did, because they don't know what to do with the devs that they have. They don't know how to make exclusives anymore, apparently. So they're just developers that are making really big games.
No, it's like these super top execs that's over like even the ones over Phil Spencer that are like making these calls and that they're so disconnected from gaming, they don't know what the
Dude,
fuck
for
to do.
real.
So like at the end of the day, like both Sony and Microsoft have kind of lost sight of the ball, especially with this generation, I would say.
Yeah,
Um, and I am honestly not even interested in buying a next generation console at this point. It doesn't really seem like everything that they promised they have only half delivered, and they're still kind of trying to deliver the other half, and it's
dude,
already in the
yeah.
second half of the life cycle, and
Like, what happened to Halo Infinite? Wasn't that supposed to be their next big, like, live service game thing? Like, is that even still alive? When's the next Halo coming out? Fuck! Shit, what's going
like
on here?
they didn't close 343. The people that have been making mid Halo games after Bungie left, or
Right?
they're not.
Like,
No, but they're closing. They're
because,
not
no,
making the
no.
month. They're
Could
not
you
closing the
imagine
motherfuckers
if
that made
they
all the terrible Call of Duty games. Like,
Could you imagine if they actually closed the last remaining Halo dev and then there's no more Halo games? But like we also haven't seen an announcement for anything Halo since Infinite. That was like God. That was even before the Xbox Series X, wasn't it? That was
I
in the
cannot
Xbox
confirm or
One,
deny.
wasn't it?
Cannot confirm or deny.
I want to say that was Xbox One. I want to say it launched with Xbox One. No, that was 2021. Never mind, I lied.
Yep,
That was Series X.
yeah.
It feels like it was fucking long ago, dude. It
But
feels
they've
like it
been
was
just
so long ago
talking
because
about
like
it forever.
yeah, well, I mean, yeah, because it was like the next big Halo game, and then it came out and it was just like, meh. It was supposed to be like the biggest Halo game ever made, and it was
I
just
mean,
like,
I was really
eh.
never into Halo either, so I was never into
I
Halo, even
mean,
in the old ones. I never got
I
it.
got into
I
him
was so
super, I
underpaid,
got
but
into him super late, so,
yeah.
but yeah, like I wasn't like a diehard from the OG Halo games. I got into them super late, and then yeah, but still, even with that, what the fuck? But
So
yeah,
yeah, Microsoft.
and then
Oh,
you
sorry, go ahead.
have Well, yeah, Microsoft, get your shit together. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. You get your shit together. And on top of that, we have like individual devs also doing shitty shit because, Ubisoft is still Ubisoft. I mean, we recorded a video and I don't think it ever got uploaded. So, yeah, the whole thing that went down with the Star Wars Outlaws pre-order shit, that was like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, get the Ultimate Edition for $130. Get like the deluxe edition for $90. It's like, what are you doing with these prices? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah, I remember.
Dude, that was shit. What? And on top of that, Ubisoft is still like, y'all need to get used to just renting these games and not actually owning them. I'm like, hey, if buying them is not owning them, then pirating is not pirating. Pirating is not stealing. Like, fuck. It's so stupid.
No, I mean, I just think I want people to just stop saying that we should not own our games. Like, I would very much like to just
Yeah, it's a really fucking stupid concept.
so it's funny, right? Because like PlayStation finally got their flagship live service game, right? Which I guess would be Helldivers, you would think
Yeah,
people would say,
yeah,
yeah,
right now it would be.
and they're trying to like get these accounts and everything like that. It's just let us have the game the way it is, so we don't have to be resorted to pirating stuff.
Exactly.
Like that's all we want, And then like with Ubisoft, and they're just like we're not. So I miss owning a DVD player sometimes. Like I miss owning my DVDs because the Netflix and all those streaming they just rotate the
Dude,
stuff.
dude,
They just
that's a
rotate the
whole other
stuff.
thing. The streaming services are becoming exactly like cable now. Like Comcast is literally releasing a bundle with Netflix, Netflix, Max, and Hulu. I'm like,
Yeah,
and then there's gonna be another one that has Disney, Apple TV, and I forget the other one, but like, they're all just gonna be bundles now. I'm like, it's the same price as fucking cable.
yeah.
I
Like we're just
hate
go.
this. I hate this so much. This is
I just
so
miss owning
stupid.
my shit, So
Oh my
um,
god.
I think once these companies kind of start listening to us more as a community and listen to what we want, then the money will come. They kind of lost sight of that, But
Yeah, yeah. Gaming ever since gaming, and this is why I always say like, be careful what you wish for. And we're part of this problem 100% because we were always like, hey, gaming needs to be mainstream. gaming needs to be cool. Everyone should be playing games. And now we're just like, no, maybe not everyone. Maybe not everyone needs to be playing. Maybe this doesn't need to be like
I
something that
miss.
is totally mainstream, totally popular that everyone's doing now, right?
I
Because
miss
now
the
it's just greedy as
niche.
fuck.
I miss the niche. I
Dude, me
really
too. I
do.
miss playing like really goofy, weird ass games that were
Yeah,
released by like big developers on consoles and shit. Like, Time
they're just
Shifters,
fun.
freaking Dark Void, freaking,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Even Crazy Taxi, stuff like Crazy Taxi is becoming more
Seriously, like
rare,
that shit won't get made anymore unless it's an indie title on PC.
That's the
Man.
beauty of it.
But I don't want to leave you guys on a bad note. I don't want to leave you guys just like hating the gaming community because the gaming community does do some cool shit like they are doing in Helldivers right now because someone modded the Star Wars clone troopers into Helldivers and it looks fucking
Yes.
amazing and I want it so bad. Sony, if you're listening, it's probably not, but if you are, please open up mod support for Helldivers on the PlayStation 5.
You
We
know they're
already,
not going to because they're
but we
losers and
already,
they're lame.
but we already know
And
it
they're
could happen because they did it. They did it for Fallout. They did it for Fallout 4. Mods are available in Fallout 4 for PS4 and PS5. So they can do it technically. They could.
they're lame. They're
Hey,
lame. They won't do it. They won't do
uh,
it.
seriously, no. Like
Make me eat my words, PlayStation.
that mod looks so fucking cool. Like all the armors are like just like the clone armors now for all the Helldivers.
Yo.
They modded the skins for the automatons to be like the
Mhm.
droids from the separate from the Clone
I
Wars.
mean, that gives me that vibe
So
anyway. I was like,
exactly. It's
yeah,
like
it
fucking
lit.
stinkers.
That's why I said I
Oh
think this game, even before I got to the automatons, I was like, this is trying to like be like Star Wars and like VR Troopers combined and like Star Troopers and shit. Like
yeah, Starship
all
Troopers.
those like
Basically,
that's it's so cool.
it is. It's really
So
good.
shouts out. I'll probably end up playing that tonight anyway. I wasn't too into it at first, but it kind of grew on me, and I just
Yeah.
got to have something to play
I'm
with you
missing it.
guys.
That's the only thing I'm really missing about being on vacation is I can't play Helldivers.
Yeah, man. If you would have got it
So
on your PC, you'd be able to play on your Steam Deck, ho.
yeah, but then I would have had to like stream it or something because my PC is definitely not powerful enough to run Helldivers. Yeah, that's not fun. That's just not fun. That's just not a good time. At some point, like once it goes on sale, I will because they are going to be doing like cross progression between PS4, PS5, and PC. So as soon as that's actually up and running, I don't know if it is or not, but as soon as that's up and running, I'm probably going to buy it on like on sale for PC. So.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, yeah, that's two guys shitting on video games for 20 minutes. I hope you enjoyed it.
I had a good time.
It was great. Yeah, we haven't done this in like 3 weeks. I'm sorry for the big hiatus. A lot of shit happened. So, fill you guys up. Fill you guys up. Fill you guys, fill you guys in at a later date on everything. But for now, don't worry, everything's good, more or less, and back to regular videos. This one might not be up by Friday. Hopefully it will. This guy's going to be uploading it, so if it doesn't go up, you can blame him. Anyways, guys.
He is always to blame for everything.
Look. I just took the blame for having no videos for the last 3 weeks, alright? God.
Fine.
Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and not subscribed yet, do it. Hit the subscribe button, hit that bell so you know when these videos go live. I'm working on getting the podcast back up, so that will be happening at some point soon, hopefully. And yeah, tune in back here next Friday for another video. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay excellent. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!